What is going on, guys? Thanks for checking out this video on my sports Gematria. In this video, I'm going to go over a basketball game for Saturday, March 4th, 2023. I'm going to show you highlights of each side, and it's going to be up to you to determine who you think will win based on the numbers. I encourage you to add additional information on top of this if needed for you to feel confident in your own pick. And I wish you guys the best of luck on all your picks for this day, for this game, for any of the games that you decide to do. Let's go ahead and get to the game that I'm going to be looking at. Actually, let me check my settings. Is my mic working? Yeah. Let's go ahead and get into the game that we're going to be looking at. We're going to be looking at the Philadelphia 76ers versus the Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee Bucks are on a 16-game winning streak, and the Philadelphia Sixers are kind of trash after the break, after this All-Star break. They're kind of trashy. So we'll see if the Sixers can end the streak for the Bucks, or if the Sixers are going to just be who they continue to be, which is kind of trashy for the second half of the season so far. Hold on. Messing around. Here we go. On this side of the screen is what I call my daily numbers, date numerology, Gregorian Hebrew calendar. And then on this side of the screen is what I call my game numbers specific to the game. The way that I have it structured here is I have the road team up top, their coach's record, their season record, their road record, any type of other notes I want to add, such as winning streak or losing streaks. Right here is the all-time head-to-head matchup between the two teams, as well as for the regular season, as well as for this season in particular. And then at the bottom is the home team, their season record, their home record, their coach's record, and any other type of notes that I want to add, like a winning or a losing streak, or if they're playing any back-to-back games like today and tomorrow, or yesterday and today. All right, let's go ahead and jump into it. I'm not going to take up too much time with this one. I'm just going to kind of skim through it very quickly, just give you kind of a briefing overview of both sides. I always start with the home team. I'll go over some numbers for the home team to win this game, and then we'll go over some numbers for the road team to win this game. So starting with the home team, the Bucks. Are the Bucks going to continue their winning streak and get 17th win in a row? Well, I did pick the Bucks to get their 13th win in a row. I did pick the Bucks to get their 14th win in a row. I picked the Bucks to get their 15th win in a row. And I picked the Bucks to get their 16th win in a row. Am I going to pick the Bucks to get their 17th win in a row? I don't know. Possibly. There's a good chance for it. Bucks can sit on 17 losses for the season as they get their 17th win in a row. It could just be that simple. It doesn't have to be any more difficult than that. The Sixers, they would get their 23rd loss for the season on a day with 163 date numerology for the Hebrew religious. 23 if you write it out. Comes to 163. It will be a day with 30 date numerology on the Gregorian, and the Bucks coach, he can sit on 113 losses regular season as a coach specifically for the Bucks with a win. 113 is the 30th prime number. The Bucks are doing very well at home. They could become 28-5 for a home record with the win. I don't really have a numbers connection to this. But what is interesting, I don't know what the UFC would have to do with the Bucks in a Sixers game. But this game is going to be going on around the same time that UFC 285 is taking place in Las Vegas. So I'm not sure what UFC would have to do with this, if anything at all. It could just be mere coincidence. But if the Bucks do win, they would become 28-5 at home for the season the same night as UFC 285 pay-per-view is taking place. I don't know what they have to do with one another, but it could be a thing. I don't know. I'm just pointing that out. This will be the 271st all-time head-to-head matchup between these two teams. This is the Sixers coach's 217th regular season game as a coach specifically for the Sixers. Sixers can get their second loss in a row as Bucks get their 17th win in a row. 1-7-2, 1-7-2, 2-7-1, 2-1-7. All just anagrams of each other. And today does have 14 date numerology on the Gregorian. 14, if you write it out, sums to 104 and 40. Sixers can sit on 40 wins for the season with the loss, as a Bucks sits on 104 regular season head-to-head losses against the Sixers with the win. And in general, I didn't really see anything for the 46 for the Bucks getting their 46th win for the season. Nothing really jumped out to me on that one. So I'm not too sure. Oh, I guess I can say I didn't even see that there. 46 date numerology on the Hebrew religious. So it could be a Hebrew religious thing for the Bucks. They can get their 46th win for the season, 46 date numerology on the Hebrew religious. Actually, there's 28 date numerology as well. So they can get their 28th home win as they get their 46th win for the season, 28, 46 date numerology on the Hebrew religious. Also with 163 date numerology on the Hebrew religious, Sixers can get their 23rd loss, 23 written out, sums to 163. And so that's what I would put for the Bucks to win this matchup. Let's go ahead and switch gears and look at the Sixers. Can the Sixers stop the Bucks winning streak?
Sorry to interrupt this video, you guys, but I need a huge favor from you. Can you go ahead and like this video and leave a comment below on who you think's going to win? It's going to help with the YouTube algorithm. It's going to help grow my channel. I really appreciate you guys being here. Let's go ahead and get back into the video.
Well, if they're going to do it, it could be the Hebrew civil side of the calendar that can allow them to do this. It is the 11th day of the 6th month on the Hebrew civil side of the calendar. Sixers can end their one-game losing streak as they end the Bucks' 16-game winning streak, 1-16, 1-1-6, 1-16, 1-1-6. So that can help out the Sixers. It will be a day with 14 date numerology on the Gregorian. 14, if you write it out, sums to 40 and 41. Sixers can go from 40 to 41 wins for the season as they get their 105th regular season head-to-head win against the Bucks to go with. 105 mathematically is the 14th triangular number. The Sixers, they can go ahead and become 2-1, like 21 head-to-head against the Bucks to go with. 21 comes to 141, and the Sixers coach would get his 141st regular season win as a coach for Sixers to go with as they become 2-1 head-to-head against the Bucks for the season. 21 sums to 141. But the Bucks would get their 18th loss for the season to go with, and if you write out 18, 18 sums to 73, the 21st prime number. So that could be a little 21 pattern there for the Sixers in favor of the Sixers. And instead of the Bucks getting their 17th win in a row, sitting on 17 losses for the season, it would be the Sixers that get their 17th road win for the season as the Sixers get their 134th all-time head-to-head win against the Bucks to go with. 17, if you write it out, sums to 134. And 276, that, let's see if there's any numbers here for that one. Third triangular, okay. So instead of the Sixers getting their 23rd loss for the season, it could be the Bucks that becomes 27-6 for a home record with the loss. 27-6 is the 23rd triangular number. 23 sums to 163. 163 date numerology on the Hebrew religious side of the calendar. So I went through that kind of fast, kind of quickly. I wasn't going to spend too much time on it. I just want to give a brief overview for you guys, get you started on a decode, add to a decode that you already have. The big question is, are the Bucks going to continue their winning streak? And are the Sixers going to continue to be who they've shown themselves to be, which is kind of trash after the All-Star break here? Or are the Sixers going to try and get back to, I think they're 2-3. They're below 50% after the break, so maybe they can get even here and knock out the Bucks winning streak, or they can just continue to be trash like they have been. We'll find out once this game concludes, but hopefully this helps. Hopefully this gives you an insight to both sides. Like I said, get you started on a decode, add to a decode that you already have. I think the biggest thing for this game is you want to check the injury report. There could be some fuckery with the injury report before tip-off. Maybe the Bucks sit a few players for some reason. The Bucks are playing tomorrow. This is going to be a back-to-back game for the Bucks, so they're playing Saturday and Sunday. So maybe some players sit for the Bucks, because it's a back-to-back. So if there's some players that sit out for the Bucks, maybe the Sixers are the right side. You know, definitely look at the injury report. That does matter. They will do some fuckery with you last minute, and vice versa. Maybe Sixers sit a few players for whatever reason. I don't know. And then the Bucks are like this huge point spread favorite, and watch the Sixers still cover the game. You know, it could be some type of fuckery like that. They always like to do some stuff like that. So just keep an eye on that as well. But again, hopefully this helps. I really appreciate you guys watching. I really appreciate the support. Hopefully you win all the money in the world. And I'll see you guys in the next video.